Welcome to another presentation at the East Trade Winds, a chapter of the World Referral Network, hosted by Bernie Fransgrove and Wayne Pratt. The presentation today is titled Women in Business, Exploring the Canadian Landscape. Our guest is Renee Gendron from the Paro Centre. Renee has extensive experience in professional development, research, and entrepreneurship. Renee is a speaker, trainer, coach, and consultant with over 15 years of experience in professional development, business development, and training. She helps women-led businesses transform shock and disruption into resiliency and opportunity. This is part of her role at the Paro organization here in Ontario. She guides these organizations as they develop new markets, networks, resources, and innovation.
So my name is Renee Gendron. I'm the lead regional coordinator for Paro. It is a nonprofit organization that supports women throughout Canada. So I'm going to share my screen, and throughout the world, women are infrastructure. They take care of communities, they take care of families. During the pandemic, when children were being homeschooled, mom had her full-time job on Zoom and then was helping the children with their virtual schooling. And whenever women are involved, it always leads to change. If you think of women in World War I and the mass entrance of women in the workforce, post-World War II, the changes of women in participation in society. So it's important to see how women contribute to the Canadian economy. 20% of small businesses or all businesses are owned by women in Canada. That is still a substantial contribution direct to the economy. I'm going to share my screen just so the international audience can follow me here. I'm just going to share with you a Google map. So I am in Ottawa. Here we are, the nation's capital. The location of our headquarters where we started Paro 30 years ago is in Thunder Bay, Northern Ontario, Northwestern Ontario. So if you wanted to drive, come on, Google, there you go. Non-stop, it's a 16-hour drive. So for Canadians, that's like a road trip. For many Europeans, that's the entire length of, the British Isles, but that's okay. And the territory I developed with my team is everything south of North Bay. So when you look at North Bay on the map, my hometown, North Bay is here, and all that down. So Ottawa, Kingston, Toronto, down to basically the Windsor border here in Niagara Falls. So that's 40% of the Canadian economy. It's 40% of the Canadian GDP, where we develop and support women entrepreneurs, and we're sector agnostic. We support women from ideation all the way up to export. So we have programs to help women identify if they want to be in business, and if so, which sector they want to be in. We have programs to help them scale from 50,000 to over $250,000. I'll just do a rapid fire round of our services so that you can get a sense of what we do. I am mindful of the time. I do presentations for a living, so I promise to keep to the 10 minutes. All right, so here we go. We started in Ontario, but we're now across Canada. We have free or near free services because we're funded by the provincial and federal governments. So we have free coaching from the startup phase, as well as programs to help you identify what you actually want to sell. We scale companies from 50,000 to over $250,000. We have specific supports for Indigenous women. Most of our supports are for one, business development, but for Indigenous women, we take much more of a holistic medicine wheel community economic development approach for them. Ready to start a business, personal leadership. We're active in the space to do research on women's entrepreneurship and to see how we can better inform the public discourse. So we often have surveys. We often spoke about during the pandemic, not just mental health, but the strain of the different infrastructure downloaded onto women during the pandemic. Peer supports. We are the largest peer-to-peer lender in North America that is women-centered. We have Wednesday webinars because it's 2024. Everybody does webinars. We are the sole mechanism in Ontario for character-based lending of up to $50,000. That's to help women gain access to capital to either start their venture or to expand an existing business. We help women green their businesses, and we also help develop sustainable companies. We help women leverage technology to boost productivity. If you're a foodpreneur with a consumer packaged good, we help that as well. We help women get over $1 million at the sort of threshold in revenue for their business, and we help women become investor ready. We also lead 2 trade missions to the United States for supplier diversity conferences. and we help them develop their export plan independent of the trade missions. I lead delegations to male-dominated sectors. I lead a delegation to SAS North in Ottawa, and I also lead a delegation to the MedTech conference in Toronto. So if you know anybody who's interested in that, they're welcome to do. Yeah, so that was the sort of dying tour of Paro within 4.5 minutes. I'm just going to point out that supporting women entrepreneurs is actually a really great way to enhance community development, to keep the wealth local, to developing more inclusive economies and more vibrant and sustainable economies. If you look at the situation after the global financial crisis, it was actually women in Iceland who took over the banking sector, who took over the leadership of the parliament to lead the country out of that crisis. So that's it. I took 5 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm cognizant of the demographics of this audience, but like I said, I do wander around the province a lot. I do have reach. So if there's anybody who would like to be connected with anybody, an incubator or a particular sector or a conference, leverage me, male or female, non-binary, just leverage me. I'm very happy to connect you with whomever I may be able to. Thank you.
Unlock the full potential of networking with the World Referral Network. Are you eager to connect with our esteemed guest speaker and delve deeper into the ever-expanding universe of the World Referral Network? Simply scan the QR code now and embark on a journey of endless opportunities. Join us at East Trade Wins, where we gather online every Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, you're welcome to connect with us and other chapters across the World Referral Network. Seize the moment, register for free, and start exploring today. Fancy sharing your insights as a guest speaker? We're looking for you. Reach out to Wayne Pratt to ignite your speaking journey. Email him at motivateyou.ca or connect with Wayne on LinkedIn. Don't wait. Take action and be a part of a global community that's shaping the future of business networking.